in the period of 4 or 5 years, I was expelled from the university 6 times in the period of 4 or 5 years. But I always got back to the university. I was never worried because I believe that I fight for the fundamental liberty of every single student in this country. Okay? I also fight for my own credibility as a leader. Well, they should recall back all the students. They should recall all the expert or rusticated or suspected. They should recall them back to the institution. But that is the only normal thing that should be done. Number 2, they should know that the students have a fundamental right to protest. Protest is not, it's not a criminal act. Actually, a protest for a just cause is the anthem of the human action. You know, any human being who cannot protest is not really human. Essentially, the person is still looking for his or her humanity. They should find other way to negotiate and reason together and meet the students midway. They will return back to the university.
But that is certainly after 1 or 2 years that they have been rusticated.
Again,
because exams are already going on.
Again, it will show how formidable your leadership is if you are successfully sent out of the university. Because the people that you are fighting for ought to stand up and make sure that it never goes unattended to. The experience is there. You are talking to me now. Nobody has talked to me about this issue since it started. Okay? If I am them, I will look for former ex-leaders, discuss with them. You can learn more from them. You cannot sit down inside the campus on your own, by yourself alone, fighting the institution and the federal authority, think that you will win. We didn't do it that way. We were a mesh with the radical leadership in this country. Actually, we were their phalanges. If you touch me, and if I will be in court before he sees me. So we already go to court before I even discuss with him, and it's for free. They trusted who we are, and they knew that we are sound. We are their successor. If the student is on campus, you don't link up with those who can assist you, those who can tell you 1 or 2 things, the person will suffer. After the University of Lagos, the military regime tortured me so much, my bones were broken, my testicles were practically broken, I was ill, I was sick. Let me ask the question, who helped me? Okay? I was a young man, I didn't have a father, my mother did not know where I was. And if I was so battered, ruthlessly, who actually looked for me and said, where is Olusegun Mayegun? Can we give him medical attention? Can we help him so that he will not die? So many of my comrades died of similar circumstances. So society cannot just wait to see activists fighting for them. They must also think that things happen to these activists. You must look for them. You must help them. You must show sympathy and empathy for them. Number 3, I'm not a professional activist. I'm a revolutionary. All right? It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really bother me whether people take care of me or they help me or not. But I'm just saying that. So, it was the British government, not a member of this Nigerian society, not the Nigerian, that gave me the scholarship to go to Britain. It's another country that recognized my pains and gave me the opportunity Because why? I can never go to any other school in Nigeria again. And I am an intellectual. I'm not a first degree human being. I want to study knowledge to the highest level. So if nobody assists me, where do you think I will be today? All right, so I thank the British government, gave me the scholarship to do my master's degree, after which I studied my PhD. All right. Now, there are so many things a human being must do. And I've told you. So in 1999, all right, I was the person who proposed that, look, every fighting organization should enter the transition program. In South Africa, the ANC fought against apartheid. On the eve of the collapse of apartheid, ANC became a political party. Rules are not today. In Nigeria, the fighting groups want to fight permanently. They don't seek the control of political power so that we can change the rubbish in the country. It was a very big argument. But all of those who opposed my argument at that time eventually regretted their positions. Okay, I don't want to mention their names. For some of them were now contesting elections. But if we had contested in 1999, we would have won majority of all the positions. All right, but after the enemies of the people are consolidated, we then started to contest the elections. We couldn't get in. But people like me are the only individuals in the country that is the mainstream of the politics of this country, and I'm going to remain there. I have a choice to be a permanent activist or a human being, a citizen seeking for power to transform the society. I chose the later.
That's very interesting.
I'm a leader of the APC, not just an ordinary member of the APC. Because when I join political parties, okay, I specialize, write the constitution, specialize, write the manifesto. They assemble constructive leadership for the party. I love doing it. And I know that one day, more people who are very, very serious. You have to join politics. What are you talking about? I didn't join non-governmental organization. All right? Campaign for Democracy is not an NGO. CDHR is not an NGO when we started it. Sometimes in the end of the 1990s, we started hearing about NGOs, and all of us are now NGO. Now, in 1999, when the country was to transit from tyranny to civilian government, we actually were monitoring the election. So I cannot monitor. I want people to monitor my own election. All of them, majority of them, ganged up, got a lot of support from Europe and America to monitor the election. And where they have been monitoring since that time till now, they are still monitoring the election. I don't monitor elections. I'm a stakeholder in that election.
But you also have friends in the management.
I have a lot of friends in the management. The Dean of Student Affairs is my friend. The registrar is my friend. All right? Let me give an example. Kami Ishola Oshobu, if you ever heard that name before, was president of the University of Lagos University.
What year was that? What period?
Yes. All right? Very powerful individual. He was a lawyer. But because he was so Pan-Africanist, terribly communist, many students don't want to go and meet him for advice. Because the government will blackmail you that, oh, you are Commissioner Sobu's son now. Or they will increase your punishment. I want them to be recalled back to school. Their suspension, expulsion, rustication is illegal. But sometimes the law court cannot give you any justice in Nigeria. You have to learn the integrity and the technique to fight your case. And you can learn from me. They would never have been expelled like I was expelled from that university. Under very terrible and tyrannical school management authorities. So now under a very, very mildly, these ones are not terrible school management. These ones cannot be like 2% of the people we dealt with in our time. Again, the quality of student has dropped. The quality of leadership of student has also dropped. And you see the vestiges everywhere. You will expel me. Nobody goes to school again. Nationally. Nobody goes to anywhere. You put me in prison, nobody does anything until I come back from prison. That is standard. Okay? But you are expelled, university is reopened, they write your exam. It shows that you are weak as a leader. When I'm expelled, on that day, the school stops working. There is no school again until I'm recalled back. Are you with me? When I'm sent to prison, and I was sent to prison 22 times to prison. When I go to prison, there is no school until I'm released. It shows you how hardworking leadership stream is. Not me. There were people that in school will never see their face, lie, and they are with me. When I'm expelled, they are working very hard. They are fanatical. You can never buy them with money or threaten them. Unionism has dropped in terms of its integrity and in terms of the strength of the caliber of the leadership that they have. Of course, we cannot abandon them because of that. We must always continue to support them and assist them to grow. In our time, we have all the ideological classes. You cannot even just become president of the student union because you can talk, because you are handsome, or because you are beautiful. We have ideological classes. I attended ideological classes. I was so sound, like a PhD holder in economics, and I was in philosophy department. So even the spoken English and the grammaticals, so you know they are talking now, they will throw in bomb from the languages that they are speaking. The quality has dropped.